Hello and welcome to another Skaredcast Battle Report. Today, the forces of Tzeench will be facing the Black Templars as they seek to secure Stormval against Chaos.
The Dark King.
Welcome to Mission 6 of our Crusade campaign. John and I have been playing this Crusade campaign, having a lot of fun. Today, the Black Templars continue their consolidation of Stormval. And in Stormval, we have tectonic instability, so there could be fissures and steam and earthquakes that might hamper our movement across the table. So, this is the finale of our Phase 2 of the campaign. And based on this, we'll see how it looks. Is Chaos winning, or is the Imperium clawing their way back from what was a disastrous first phase of the campaign? However, the glory and faith in the Emperor has kept them in the fight. And today we find out whether or not they can consolidate their hold or their victories on Stormval before moving into the main city of Dontoria. Of course, Dontoria being the main city in the system, Stormval being in the middle of the Ash Wastes, and of course Heartlack, which is well under Imperial control, the Shrine Moon that the Black Templars successfully defended against the forces of Chaos. So join us as we have the game. Marshal Augustine has brought 60 power level of his faithful Black Templars, and Ogma has brought 60 power level of Thousand Sons, and Tzeench has rendered the Immaterium alive and brought some of his demons as well to support the cause. For whatever metaphysical reasons, the power of the gods is waning in this region, leaving their influence seeming capricious and hard to win. Today we're playing Twilight of the Gods. This is a book out of the Wars of Faith mission pack, and it is mission number 6. It is the finale of our second phase of the campaign. So if you haven't watched the campaign until now, there are 5 other games that you've missed out on. This is our first strike mission game, so we're really looking forward to it. In this mission, we each have 2 idols. In my case, represented by the statues. In John's case, represented by these Tzeentchian spells. Then we have 3 objectives near our side of the table. 1, 2, and 3 on John's side, which is the little vents and the little data terminal. And me, I've got the defense projector and, of course, the little data terminal as well. This terminal is our sacred altar. If we do an action on there, it helps us retain faith throughout the course of the game and gives us battle points, victory points as well. For this game, we will pick 2 of our characters to be paragons. Let's dive in to the armies and see what the forces have brought. And for this Strike Force mission, the Black Templars have put together this force with Marshal Augustine at the forefront, Chaplain Iago with his litanies inspiring the devout, Ancient Brother Alexandra with his Crusade banner. Then we have Marshal's Zeal, the Sword Brethren squad, Sigismund's Light, the unit of infiltrators that have been ever so awesome this campaign, Holy Zeal, a brand new unit, or more like upgraded unit, of Assault Intercessors, and the Light of the Emperor, the disgraced squad of Crusaders that has now gained their Aquila. Then we have Dorn's Wrath, new to the campaign, used to smell out, sneak, and find the enemy wherever they may hide. Retribution, the Hell Blasters, who have been pivotal in turning the tide of the campaign so far. And last but not least, now that the Crusade is more mobile and moving forward towards enemy lines, they have gotten rid of their defensive structures and instead Sigismund's Flame and Impulsor ready to lead or take the Black Templars closer to the enemy, so they may execute the Emperor's justice upon the heretic and the traitor.
we have the prophesized sons trying to gain a foothold back on Storval. Leading the charge is Ogma, the sorcerer in Terminator armor. His friend and companion Tim, the pyromancer. Chromazar, the infernal master. And they are guarded by the Dream Marines, the Terminators. Joining us once again, a newly chromatic Armora. And we have the Rubricae, both with mini Tims. And joining us for the first time today, we have Allforge, the Forge Fiend. And as the capering demons join the fray, we once again have Herald Araz and the Horror.
There you have it. Let's dive into the mission. The forces have deployed. I decided to spend one of my command points to put the Hell Blasters into strategic reserve. They've been so effective coming around the flanks and blasting Thousand Suns to smithereens. I want to do that again. The brand new Assault Intercessor Squad, Chaplain Iago, the big Crusader Squad, are at the front in the craters moving forward. We have the brand new Eliminators hiding behind a nice defensive position, while we have Marshal Augustine, the Banner, and the new Sword Brethren, the Marshal's Chosen, inside the Impulsor, ready to move up into the middle of the board, while the Infiltrators have snuck around the side here. But John has answered in kind by deep striking the Horror, putting Tim, some Rubric Marines, and Herald. There you go. And then we've got Chromazar and the Rainbow Marines in the middle, together with Alpha Gunface and Alpha Gunface. And where's Ogma? Oh, there he is. There's Ogma back there. And then you've risen Rubricade, the Flamer Squad, back here, ever so close to my force, ready to sneak out and blast me with Flamer fire. There you have it. Okay. So the force is set. The stage has begun. Let's go over our agendas. The Black Templars have picked lead by example. So my Paragons can get a point every time they are either within 6 inches of the center of the board or wholly in my opponent's deployment zone. So I'm going to try and get them up to that. I still have to pick my Paragons, but 2 of my characters will be Paragons this game. Honor the standard. So if my banner goes to the middle of the table and does an action in the middle of the table, I get some experience points for everybody else who's around the standard at the same time. Because why not? And then I have chosen to fulfill my vows, which is a Black Templar one. And my vow this game was to suffer not the unclean to live. So I will get points for killing monsters and characters of the enemy. And that is my job, to kill Tim, Herald, Ogma, and Chromazar. Those are they have targets on their backs. We have to try and take out the enemy leadership. The Thousand Suns, on the other hand, took Fists of Tzeench, Fires of Tzeench. They took Wrath of Sorcerers and Uncover Lost Treasures. So I picked that objective and that objective. John has to do an action on those objectives to gain information on the treasures. And what is Wrath of Sorcerers?
Whichever Thousand Suns unit casts the most powers gets 2 experience points.
That's amazing. And what's Fires of Tzeench?
Whichever Demons unit casts the most powers gets 3
Oh,
experience
come on. That's
points.
3 XP for that? So
If I cast a Witch Power or a Smite.
okay, well, my Purity Seals have to work double time today. All game, no powers. That's not going to happen. Okay, so with that, let's see who seizes the initiative and goes first. Also, after determining who goes first, John is using deceitful tactics and will be able to redeploy 2 of his units, as that was a bonus he got for winning the first phase of the campaign. Okay, let's see who goes first. The Thousand Suns have to go first as they take the initiative and assail the Black Templars. You redeployed Tim into the middle of the board, the Pyromancer. You get to pick 2 Paragons. Who are you picking?
Chromazar
Okay.
and Ogma.
There are the two paragons for this game. My paragons will be Marshal Augustine and the Banner. That's right. I want them to be paragons. Okay. And hopefully not gone anywhere. Ha, get it? Okay, so with that, let's dive in. Now, for this mission, we start at level 5 for our idols, and then every battle round it goes down by 1 unless we complete an action that damages the unit that does the action. However, it keeps the faith level at 1, the same, without it going down. So we have lots of options, battle round number 1, but then it goes down from there. So you are picking your psychers that are within range of the idols get an extra mortal wound when they cast a psychic power, if they do like psychic power wounds. I get to pick 1 unit within divinity range of each idol, but they're a little bit too far there, to give them basically transhuman physiology. So that idol is picking that big unit of infantry right there to try and stay alive against all the mega bolters of death. Okay. However, we are in Stormville. On a 5+, there is tectonic activity, and we will have to roll to see where the fissure opens up. No, there is no tectonic activity, which means we get to play the game as we go. So with that, that's the end of the command phase stuff, other than rolling to see if you intone your special intonation.
Oh, this goes off on a
3+.
number.
Yeah. It does. Which one are you doing? The bolter special one or the reroll one?
I will do the bolter special one.
Okay.
The +1 strength to the attack.
Okay. I like it. Doesn't affect them, but it might shoot like something else or whatever. Oh, wait. Awesome. And with that, let's go into the movement phase. We'll come back after movement because our games are getting bigger, which means we get to see how it happens as we go. In retrospect, John has decided to take the reroll because he totally forgot I had transhuman on that unit. It is very late, and Tzeench works in mysterious ways.
Tzeench has deceived you.
Yeah, Tzeench definitely deceived all of you watching. That's right. The 1,000 Suns have done moving. So the rubrique with flamers have moved up. However,
they are going to uncover lost tomes.
Yeah, we're in range of that objective, and that will be complete at the end of the turn, giving John very much needed...
I will be gaining an inscription to help me summon some demons.
Oh, that's actually a campaign thing, so that's going to help him in the campaign. So he's foregoing shooting with the flamers to make sure he gets a campaign thing, which is really cool. Forge Fiend and Ogma moved up, as well as Chromazar and the Dream Marines, while Tim has decided to cut himself at the altar. Or press buttons, which then will allow you to keep the level up if he stays alive.
Keep my face.
That's right. Then we have the other Marines moving forward, Rubrique and Ogma. No. Oh my god, Herald. Every time I messed up his name. It's literally a herald, and his name is Herald. Like, they should not be so hard. Moving up as well onto that objective there. So with that, let's move into the psychic phase and see what psychic shenanigans the 1,000 Suns have decided to bring to the table. But as you can see, John has a ton of cards and books that he has open, trying to figure it all out because he cheats.
Ancient tomes of knowledge.
We have too much fun. Okay, let's dive into the psychic phase. The psychic phase has come and gone. There was only one fateful deny, which was them denying Chromazar's smite. But other than that, you put Glamour and Weaver on this unit, so they have -1 to be hit and a 4 invulnerable save. You got Presage off on the Terminators, and you did get your Glimpse of Eternity, but that's a prayer, and you did get Boon of Tzeench on Herald. Other than that, you tried to go for a command point extra with a command points. They perils, so you had to spend the command point to not take damage, which was really funny, in my opinion. I like seeing Psyker heads blow up, so that was fun. Okay, so with that, we're on to the shooting phase, but it seems like you've got the Forge Fiend ready to shoot, you've got the Terminators ready to shoot. They're doing an action, so I'm assuming you don't want to shoot with them. And everything else is, they could potentially put some pot shots over here as well. Okay, let's dive into the turn.
The Forge Fiend will shoot its Hades heavy autocannons into the repulsor.
Impulsor. But it is repulsive. for you, because you don't like those things. It is not repulsive to me. It is impulsive because it wants to move forward, you see. Okay, Hades, autocannons hitting on 3s. And I don't have smoke launchers. Toughness 7. Oh my. Well, is he just painted? Just painted first game?
Oh no, he is deceptive.
He's deceptively deceptive. What's the AP on this?
2.
Okay, so AP 2 goes down to AP 1. So I have a 3-up save. So I will have a 4-up save on this for the Impulsor. And I do fail it. And that is 2 damage?
Yes.
Awesome. So the Impulsor goes down to 9 wounds remaining.
The Dream Marines will follow it up.
Firing into the Impulsor as well. It's like you don't really want me to have maneuverability and a multi-melta. By the way, the fact that this has a multi-melta, that is a very specific Black Templar thing, where instead of a stubber, I can put multi-meltas on my tanks.
For that, you can walk.
I love it. It's fantastic.
Hitting on 2s and re-rolling the 1s because they're better.
I did try and stop the Presage with the Abhor the Witch stratagem. Didn't work. And you are using 2 command points to get +1 to wound here.
Correct.
With Vengeance of the Vengeancey guys or something like that. So everything hit. The stratagem's technically called Wrath of the Wronged, because apparently the Imperium didn't treat them very nicely in Prospero. I don't know what that's about.
Magnus did nothing wrong.
Nope, he did everything wrong. We've talked about this. So you normally need 5s to wound. +1, you need 4s to wound.
Oh, wow.
Got a couple of wounds in with bolters and 1 cannon. So these 2 are AP2. That one is AP3. So because you pick them with your relic, they get to reroll a wound roll as well.
And this will be a Hades heavy auto
Okay. By Hades, you mean the Reaper cannon-y thing.
Yes.
So 2 at AP3 now.
Yes.
And then 2 at AP2. So 2 at AP3, go to AP2. So 5 ups. So 2 5-ups. I make 1. These are 1 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2 at -2. So 2 4-ups. And I take 2 more damage on the Impulsor. That is now down to 7 wounds remaining.
2 bolters and a cannon from the Armora squad into the Impulsor.
He's got 7 wounds left. So, okay. What you got?
Hitting on 3s.
They hit better already. Look at that. These are the bolters.
Yes, wounding on 5s.
Okay, 1 at AP2 so far. And then you have the Reaper Chain Cannon, or the Chain Cannon. Well,
1 hit.
okay. And wounding on.
5s as well.
Very cool.
Nope.
Okay, so 1 at AP2. 4-up save with Armor Contempt. He's okay. Stays alive at 7 wounds remaining. Do you have any more shooting?
I do not.
Okay, and you don't want to fail your action?
I do not.
Okay, that makes sense. So, end of the turn. You did start your action over there. You complete your action here, which gives you an investigation point for your demon summoning. We don't care about that because we are Imperials. And it is on to the fight phase, or I guess the start of the fight phase. Do I want to? I'm not going to devout push. I'm going to stay still, stay where I am. With that, let's dive in. 2. You're seeing how far that charges?
I can't make it.
Oh, you're trying to see if you could charge me. Okay, makes sense. Okay, so with that, let's dive in to Black Templars turn number 1. Chaplain Iago is going to intone the litany of divine protection with his ancient breviary. He gets to roll 2 dice and pick one of them. It goes off. So he will give a 5-up ignore damage to the large Crusader squad. Okay, so I will start moving. It's essentially going to basically grab my army and run at the enemy, I think, and wait for the Hellblasters to show up and try and hold some objectives. So let's see what we can do as the Black Templars advance forward. Well, my Impulsor, I needed to show this off. It's going to move 12 inches up into the middle of the board. And then, of course, units inside can disembark from an Impulsor after it moves. So I'm going to make sure I get Marshal Augustine out. I'm also going to make sure I get the banner out. Oh no, I'm crashing the table. The banner out's going to get out too, and the Sword Brethren are going to get out as well. And they're essentially going to get themselves in the middle of the board and die horribly, but try and get me as many points as possible. It's going to be great fun. because I can do the standard action to plant the standard. I'm going to see if I can spend command points to make him shoot and do actions as well. So he can shoot his super anti-psyker bolter. Oh, it's going to be great. And then after getting out and doing all that stuff, they get to move after as well. They've created a little screen of my sword brethren. They can't charge after this, so they're going to sell themselves dearly. But it's going to look awesome. I love it. The Black Templars have moved forward. So we have Chaplain Iago and the Assault Intercessor Squad going to try and punch some Flamer Rubrique. We've got the big squad of Crusaders. They will indeed start the action to attempt to tame the idols and press the buttons. Beep boop the buttons, while the Infiltrator Squad has sort of moved back and tried to zone out this corner from the Horrors, who were going to be trying to show up. At the end of the moon phase, I will start the plant the standard action with my banner, who's within 6 inches of the middle of the table. And also within... Actually, I might move him a little closer to that objective. Hold on 1 second. Let me see if I need to. With that, it is called Uncompromising Fire. I will be using that stratagem in the shooting phase to shoot with my bolter, because it can shoot one bolter at any psyker, even if it's a character, and look outside. And if I hit, they just take D3 mortal wounds. Starting with Chaplain Iago, he's going to be shooting his pistol into the Rubrique. So needing 3s, because you are hard to hit. And that is a wound at 2 damage. So, yeah, but you still get your AP1 and you're in cover, so still a 2 up. You're completely fine. They're going to shoot their heavy bolt pistols at you. And 1 hit. And no wound there. So we are done on that side. The Infiltrators are going to shoot their last fusils at your Terminators. So hitting on 2s, because I did not move. Very nice. And wounding on, I think it's 2s. That's 2. Let me check the AP. So 2 4-up saves because of the crater that the Terminators are hiding within. And 1...
I will re-roll that one.
Yeah, using a command point to try and stay alive.
I will actually use my Glimpse of Eternity re-roll.
Does the Glimpse of Eternity save him? It does. Very nice. And of course, with my last fusil carbine, I get to move them now as well. Well, I'm going to go ahead and shoot the Impulsor into the Terminators. Yeah. Going to do 2 multi-meltar shots and the rocket pod into the Terminators. So let's do the multi-meltar shots. Hitting on 3s. 1 hit. Wounding on 2s. Ooh, that is not going to be a wound. I will CP reroll that to try and get a wound in. I do. So that is 1 at AP. Okay, 1 invulnerable save. Okay.
Ooh, I will CP reroll.
Okay, using another reroll, trying to keep it alive. Ah, nicely done. And then we've got a rocket, which will do 1 shot. Hits, 2s to wound, does. Believe it's only AP2 though, but it is D6 damage. And that bounces right off as well. Good old Terminators doing what they do best. 1 crack grenade and 4 little bolt pistols into the Terminators. 3 little pistols, sorry. 1 hit. 1 save. And the crack grenade missed as well. Okay. Okay, we're going to go ahead and shoot my Witch Seeker bolts at Tim the Sorcerer.
Not Tim.
Yeah. Do I hit Tim? I do indeed, with his ballistic skill of 2, thanks to his marksman honors. Haha! Chaplain Iago is going to charge your Rubrique.
I am going to Overwatch.
Okay, 3 of the Flamers can see him. And these are, of course, fancy Flamers. He did die last time. Oh, 14 hits. Ouch, Iago. Ouch. And wounding on 3s. No, it's 4s. Yes, because you don't have the warp flux on them.
Correct.
Because that's already a plus, because last time they were fluxed. And the Chaplain took the brunt of it. So that's 6 saves at AP2.
Yes.
So Armor Contempt makes that AP1, so it goes to a 4-up, which is his Iron Halo, his Rosarius save. And he will take 4 damage. However, his Artisan Bionics gives him a 5-up ignore damage, because he's half made of metal. and he only takes 3 wounds. But he survives with 2 wounds remaining. And now he will attempt to charge. Ooh, that's an 11. He is quite upset, and he's just gonna make sure he goes right here. And then the assault intercessors are gonna try get into that squad as well. Ooh, that's another 11. They are very pleased about fighting you. Okay, so I'll see where they can go. And that's where they ended up. So it is the fight phase now. Let's see about punching these Rubricae in the face. I'm not within 6 inches of your idol, which means I can reroll hit rolls, because you can't reroll hit rolls if you're within 6 inches of an enemy idol. So I will be spending 1 command point to give them reroll all hit rolls against Heretic Astartes. I'm actually going to do the chaplain first, and he's going to swing with his strength 6 damage attacks, which is kind of neat. He has 5 little attacks going in. He hits on 2s. Oh no, 3s. Very nice. He's not a paragon. Oh, that was a 6, so he auto-wounded 1 time. And on 3s. So that'd be 3 saves at AP 1, 2 damage. So you ignore the AP 1. So 3 ups. 2 damage each. That is fine. Well done. Would you like to interrupt with them?
I will save my CP.
Okay, so now the squad of Crusaders will go, and they will use the CP to reroll hit rolls. So this is a Sergeant Power Fist, so 4 attacks from him. Hitting on, they +1 weapon skill, so they are weapon skill 2, so he's hitting on 3s.
Oh, yeah.
He's already -1.
Right.
And rerolling all hit rolls, and then wounding on 2s. So that would be 4. These are AP 3. Yes.
4 up and vulnerable.
Yep, because of your Weaver Fates. And that'll be 2 damage each. 2 of them go down, and then we have a bunch of chainswords. Oh no, and an earthquake. Ooh, you didn't see that coming. And here we go, hitting on 2s, -1 3s. Ooh, a couple of auto wounds in there. Very nice. Very nice. And then we've got the 3s. I'm going to keep the hits. And then, of course, death to the traitors. Awesome. A couple extra hits in there. Not terrible. They are still chainswords, though. So it's not like, you know, you don't get a 2-up save against this. So that would be 10 2+ saves. I might kill 1 more. Maybe. Potentially. That's how thick their armor is. Thick armor, contempt, and hatred towards the Black Templars.
All is dust.
Yeah, that's right. And I get 1 more. Okay. 1 goes down, and then they'll consolidate. And they're going to pile in like that, just stay in engagement range, and you have your attacks back.
The rubric. 1 hit.
Very nice.
Hitting a 4. Nope.
Cool.
And then Mini Tim.
Mini Tim.
All hit.
Nice.
Needing
3s?
Yeah, 3s.
Good. At AP 1. So
1.
3 up saves. That'll be okay. And then I will spend 2 command points to fight again with my unit of assault intercessors. Let's try get them. Let's go. And we're going to go ahead with the Power Fist again. Well, I get to pile in as well, which is exciting. Good job. Looks really cool, but it is definitely hard to play around with the giant towers. So the Power Fist hitting on 3s. Ooh, 1 auto wound already. And re-rolling hit rolls, because he hates everything. And then on 2s. Just 2 more. I'm going to CP re-roll this, actually. I'm going to go down to 6 command points. Okay, so 3 4-up saves. I'm trying to bring them down. Trying to get them low. That will kill them.
I will reroll 1 of those.
Okay, reroll 1 of those saves. And he stays alive with his 4-up. And now the chainswords. And here we go, chainswords. Hitting on 3s. Couple auto wounds. I do like that auto wounding thing. It's pretty awesome. Not gonna lie. Just takes away math. Taking away math is always important. And needing force. Okay, so that would be a little less than last time. That is 9. He has 2 wounds remaining. He has a 2-up save. You have no more rerolls. Can I bring him down? 1, 2. He
Darn.
does go down. Very, very close. But the assault intercessors have done their job. What's the stats of that thing in combat?
It is strength 8 with 5 attacks. Sorry, strength 7 with 5 attacks.
And what's the AP and damage?
-1, 2 damage.
Okay, so what's it hit on in combat? 3s?
3s.
I think I'm going to engage it. Let's go ahead. This assault intercessor squad used to be neophytes. They're very eager to prove themselves worthy. And now the big guy gets to swing back as well. You said 5 attacks?
5 attacks.
You know what? I'm going to spend 1 command point, and I will transhuman physiology them as well when you swing at them. 5 attacks from the Forge Fiend back.
We have 3s.
A couple of hits. And that was more than a couple. It's 3 hits.
Moving on.
4s, thanks to transhuman physiology. It didn't actually come into play at all. 3 up saves. They are okay with their armor of contempt, staying strong against the evil of chaos. Well, that is the end of my turn, which was a pretty decent turn. I was able to clear the flamers off. Chaplain Iago did take quite a few wounds in order to make that happen. I put 1 wound on Tim, and because of the action, if he rolls a 3, he might just keel over and die because of the action that he did over here. And I did do my banner action as well as having both of my paragons near the center of the table to lead by example. So the Black Templars are trying to do their agendas and push the campaign ever so forward. But with that, with demons lying in wait, with the Terminators completely unassailed, we go on to 1,000 Suns' turn, number 2. So at the start of the command phase, John will gain a command point, and he will also get 5 points because he does hold that objective and does hold that objective. 5 points for the primary, and then at the end of the battle round, he will, if Tim survives, no, I guess it is complete then So it's he will also get 10 points at the end of the battle round for completing the action next to the shrine to keep the idols active at full value. And with that, let's dive into prayers. So prayers and then movement and then psychic phase. Let's see what the 1,000 Suns and Tzeench demons can do against the tide of Black Templar zeal. Being in Stormville on a 5-up, there are tectonic activities. No, it is quiet in the ground. And then Chromazar gets to roll a prayer. What prayer are you rolling for?
This time he's going to pray for the extra bolter power.
I like it.
Waga!
Extra bolter power. And he does get that off.
He does.
So we still have our level 4s, or level 5, sorry. So I will go ahead and pick that unit once again to be transhuman physiology. And then that idol will pick this unit to be transhuman physiology. Okay. Idol power. I love it. Thanks to my faith.
I will take the 5th level, and Ogma will get a full reroll for psychic tests,
Very nice.
as will Herald.
I like it. So they will re-roll their psychic test. That's really useful considering you have spent quite a few command points for that over the course of this game. Okay, so take a look at the table. We'll come back after movement and we'll see what Chaos has in store for us. So at the start of the command phase, Tim completes the action, but because he is taking damage at the altar, he has 3 wounds remaining because of my super bolts, and he takes D3 mortal wounds.
For 1.
Ah, he stays alive. Lucky, lucky Tim. He has 2 wounds remaining.
So, Ogma has moved up to clear some of this chaff that so carelessly assaulted the Rubricae. Chromazar has moved up. The Dream Marines have slowly trudged through this crater.
They are walking wounded.
They are walking.
So -1 movement, and then -2 for the crater. So they're moving at -3 with a movement of 5. So they're moving 2 inches. The crater's not their friend.
They'll get there when they get there. Tim is standing still. Harold has moved up to gain a line of sight on the Phobos Marines, and the Armora have done the same, and down in the back lines, the horror.
Demons have shown up, threatening the rear of the Space Marine line. Okay, there we have it. So, it's onto the Psychic phase. We come to you in the middle of the Psychic phase, where Presage went off on a 7, and the Purity Seals on the Assault Intercessors denied that power, which is great. Now, 4-up Invulnerable save is going up, the Weaver of Fates, and it went off on a 12. So I'm going to spend 1 command point to use
The Nope.
the Nope power. Yeah, the Abhor the Witch. Okay, it didn't work last turn. Let's see if it works this turn. Does the Emperor shine? Yes!
Oh.
No 4-up Invulnerable save on whoever. That's good for me. Okay, so no +1 hit, no 4-up Invul save, and then you have... you've got lots of powers. That's the end of the Psychic phase. So, you did get Glamour off. It was -1 to hit on the Terminators, and you put 1 mortal wound on them because I rolled hot fire with my 5-up Feel No Pains against mortals, thanks to being a Black Templar. And I did lose one of my infiltrators to a smite from Herald, who is now going to be getting a bunch of experience points because he just cast a single power, and that's one of John's agendas. So he's also a Locust, which is kind of neat. But with that, it's time to do some shooting. We've got the Herald. He has a gun. Does he have a gun? Okay. We also have the Rubrics on that side. We've got the Rainbow Marines, the Forge Fiend, and the Horrors back here to try and do some damage to the Space Marines.
All right, the Forge Fiend. Hitting on 4s because
Shooting into combat? Yeah, that's how that works.
Cool. Wounding on 2s.
Oh, yeah, no transhuman here. What's the AP on these?
2.
Okay, so AP 2 goes to AP 1. So it's 4-up saves. I lose 1 because they are 2 damage, right?
That's correct.
So 1 of them just dies.
I'm going to shoot everything from the Dream Marines into the Sword Brethren.
And this is where I will spend my 1 command point to transhuman physiology them, because you have super bolters. So I'm gonna try and make it harder to kill them, even though they're gonna be in a bit of a pickle.
All right, hitting on 3s.
Rerolling 1s because they are veterans, but no Presage means no 2s, which is actually pretty good. Those are just the bolters. And they normally would need 3s with their strength 5, but transhuman physiology means it's on 4s.
Alrighty.
Well, it's already twice as good, even more than the first time they shot. Alright, so that's 5 so far at AP2.
And the cannon.
The cannon.
Rerolling the 1.
Yep.
Yay. And then needing 4s at strength 6.
Okay, 1 more. So
minus-
these are AP3 and these are AP2.
Correct.
Okay, so I'll start with the AP2 ones because you did those first. They go down to AP1. He is in cover, so he has a 2-up save right now. -1 goes to a 3-up save. He's okay. He lives. He loves it. He's okay. And he ducks behind cover. And this one's a 4-up. Oh, you will get him. On a 4+, he will shoot you, though. He does.
Okay.
And he's going to lob a crack grenade at you. And he misses. Okay, fine. Fair enough. The faithful Crusader brother has taken a tumble in the defense of the Emperor's holy name against the treacherous deceivers.
Armora is going to shoot. We'll start with the Flamer. D6 Flamer shots.
Nice.
These are wound on 4s.
Yep.
Nothing.
Nothing from the Flamer today. Now, they also have the Transhuman, thanks to my idol this time as well, which is quite snazzy.
Okay, you're within rapid fire.
Mm-hmm.
So 8 bolter shots.
And he's got a pistol of some sort.
He does have a pistol.
Nice.
So the bolters. Not a bad hit.
Not too shabby.
Needing 4s.
That's 2.
2.
AP2 goes to AP1, 4-up saves. And I ignore the first failed because of my Hex guy, my little Helix Adept. And then the Rotary Cannon. Which is the same as the big one on the Terminators, right?
Correct.
Nice.
They all hit.
Cool.
Leading force.
They also have the, 3 of them at AP3. So it goes to a 5-up save.
Yes.
And I lose 1 more Marine. Pop.
Okay.
Sad. Okay, and a Flamer Pistol as well.
For 1 shot.
Nice.
It doesn't wound.
It is only strength 3. Well, I lost another one, but they're holding the flank all by themselves. Hopefully they will survive.
Herald. Okay, Harold's gonna shoot.
Oh, I have nightmares from facing Heralds last time, so.
Okay, so these will hit on 3s.
And Transhuman might save me here. Wounding on 4s, even though it's strength 7. Oh, no, 2. They are AP4. Goes to AP3, so 6-up saves. No, and they're 2 damage each.
Correct.
That will kill 2 of them. So I will have to kill him, and I will kill him, leaving just the sergeant alive.
All right. The horror will be minions of magic as they shoot into the last fusel eliminators. They will be, so 6s to wound will be at -3 AP instead of -1.
Ouchies.
All right, hitting on 3s.
Couple of hits.
4s, but we want to see some 6s.
Definitely want to see
1 6.
a 6. Awesome. So that one is AP3, so it'll be AP2. And then 6 more. Okay. So we'll do 6 of the 3-ups. They are definitely not covered by the terrain, so they don't get any cool bonuses from their super cloaks, sadly. 1 wound goes through, and then on a 4-up, or 5-up, sorry, he's fine. So I take a wound on the last fusils. We did forget that the Rainbow Marines have a relic. It's essentially a flamer, and John forgot to shoot that, so we'll shoot that next. And then Ogma still has a bolter to shoot as well.
Strength 5 flamer. Here we go. D6 shots for 4.
They are still transhuman though.
Needing 4s.
There you go. So 3.
At -2.
Okay, so -1 goes to a -1. So I'm gonna put it on this guy right here. I know, I'll put it on him first. Sure, on that guy first. And it's only 1 damage?
Only 1 damage.
Okay, so he needs a 4-up, another 4-up. He takes 1 wound, he takes 2 wounds, and does go down. Because unlike Blade Guard, Sword Brethren only have 2 wounds. Does he shoot you? He does not, sadly. Okay.
All right, Ogma is going to shoot over as well. These will hit on 3s.
Very nice, with his Super Bolter.
Wound on 4s.
1.
1 wound.
I'll put it on the Power Sword. He's also toe-into the crater there. And he loves it with the Seal of the Templars. Okay, so with that, it is the end of the shooting phase. Took some casualties. I actually didn't expect to lose as many on this side, but sadly, that's not always the case. We jump into the charge phase.
The Dream Marines will charge. Oh my goodness.
Right, you're at -3.
I'm at -3, so I would need a 6. A 6 to get right in front of my face.
Yeah.
I will just charge the
Sword Brethren?
the sword.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right.
Okay.
Anything higher than a 3.
That is definitely famous last words there. Okay. So they get to move up to 7 inches because they move -3. -2 for the crater, and then minus for everything else as well. You trying to stay out of heroic intervention range?
I will let your banner come in. I don't feel like Augustine needs to really interrupt here. I don't.
Well, you know, he is a pretty beefy character, so I'm looking forward to trying to get him to fight. Too bad he doesn't have a 6-inch heroic intervention. Okay, though. So that's that combat on that side. And that side...
Decisions.
It is quite a long charge, that's for sure.
That is a long charge. You know what? I will do the horrors into the last few souls.
Okay, here they come. Are they gonna try bog down my 3 damage weapons? Which makes a lot of sense. They will not make it with a 3.
I will re-roll that with one of my several command points.
Go down to 7 command points now. And they will not make it, staying right where they are. Do you want to make that charge?
I do want to make that charge.
Okay, he's going to see if he makes it. Big roll. That is not going to make it. And no re-roll there. So are you done your charges? Ogma? Does Ogma want to come fight?
You know what? Ogma will charge your
You sure?
assault intercessors.
Are you sure? Okay.
I'm
He does. He's going to come in.
But boop.
I like it. And, okay, so, start of the fight phase.
Yes.
I am going to spend 1 command point. Well, I'm going to measure, first of all, I'm going to measure this. So, are you within 3 inches of this objective? You are not. Okay. So, secondly, am I within 6 inches of this objective? And I am.
Okay.
So, I will spend 1 command point to devout push him up to hold that objective. Hopefully he doesn't fail his morale test, because that would be very unfortunate. But he has orders. Hold the defensive buzzline thing at all costs. And with that, we dive into combat. So we'll go on this side. Ogma's fighting first into the 4 assault intercessors that remain. Is he piling in or anything?
He is just going to toe tag that fella.
Okay. And you are spending?
I'm spending 1 CP for Sorcerous Might, which turns his Force Stave into a D3 plus 1 damage weapon.
Very cool.
All right.
Okay.
Would you like to spend any CP?
I am not going to transhuman them, because I am going to try and get them to fight twice, if possible, instead. Yeah. At least that's my thought process.
Well, these will need 3s to hit.
He hits 3 times.
These will need 3s to wound.
High strength.
7.
Yeah. That's 3
And
at
minus
AP 1.
1.
So they do have a 4-up save, and but each one that I fail will kill one. One will go down, and I will kill this one here. Okay. So now you get to pile in and swing with your Terminators.
Okay.
So piling in, you're tagging my Impulser.
Yes.
Cool. And you're just swinging around there, and you get to punch my poor, poor sword brethren.
We'll do the Kopeshes first.
Yes, aka the murderous murder weapons.
Hitting on 3.
Murderous murder weapons of murder. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ouch. They have a bone to pick with me, apparently.
Wounding on 3s as well.
Yep.
All
Okay,
right.
no rerolls there.
Nope.
And they are AP 3.
So it's looking like 7.
7
-3.
5-up saves. Okay, because it is -2. And you will kill them, because that's 2 damage each.
Yes.
Okay, does my Power Sword get to fight you? He does not. Does my Lightning Claw get to fight you? He does not. And they go down heroically, defending the banner and Marshal Augustine. Do you want to get in close?
Yes.
Cool.
Let's go give you. We're gonna set that banner on fire.
I love it. Let's do it, he says. So now I get to pick someone to fight. I'm going to pick these guys right here. And they're just going to pile in, like so. And they're going to fight Ogma with everything. So 2 chainswords into Ogma, hitting on 2s, because they are weapon skill 2. 3 automatic wounds, and wounding on 4s. Now, you're not all as dust here, but you do have armor contempt, so just 6. 2-up it saves because of your Terminator armor. Oh, I found a crack in your armor. Excellent. And then the Power Fist gets 4 attacks into Ogma, needing 2 auto wounds. Excellent. And so that's 3 invulnerable saves on Ogma. Well, it's AP 2, no, 4-up saves. Oh, that's what his invul is?
His invul is 5.
Okay, so 2 4-ups because it's only AP 2 right now. Or 3 4-ups. That'll be 2 damage.
I will re-roll.
Okay, down to 5 command
Down to
points.
5 command points.
Okay, trying to keep Ogma alive. You do.
Tink.
Excellent.
I said tink.
You put mine down to 1
Oh,
for some reason.
I did.
Yes, I should have 2. Okay, and that's it for me. So you get to pick your next thing to fight. To be the Forge Fiend.
it'll be-
Okay, Forge Fiend.
Hitting on 3s.
Yes. And this one needs...
I believe this needs 2s or 3s?
Yeah, it's bitey bites or it's stompy stomp, strength 7.
It is bitey bites, and they are strength 7 bitey bites.
Cool. So 3s. And what's the AP on these?
1.
Okay, so 4 0. So 3 up saves, but they are 2 damage.
They are.
Okay, assault intercessors, they hold the line. And last but not least, we're gonna go ahead and do my banner. Okay, so he is going to pile in a little bit that way, whoop, like so, and then we're going to fight you. The banner gets 4 attacks back into you, 4 attacks into the Terminators. You -1 to hit, are they? Yes.
Yes.
And 1 save, 1 2 up. No, completely fine. And I can't really pile in or do anything else there. Just kind of sitting there looking pretty. Excellent. And then my Impulsor gets to go.
Oh no!
Yep.
Scary.
3 attacks from the Impulsor. 1 auto wound. Ah, so close. Look at that. He almost did it. Okay. And then at the end of the fight phase, my Assault Intercessors are going to fight a second time using both of my command points. Yeah. Okay, let's try this again. Ogma, you've already used your rerolls. Let's see if we can do some damage. You've already taken 1 wound trying to bring down the Sorcerer. Hitting on 2s. Wounding on 4s. Only 3 saves from the from the chain swords this time. Ah, they don't find any chinks in your armor. The Power Fist does 3 hits, needing 2s. That's 3 more invulnerable saves. These are 2 damage each. And they do 4 damage. I believe they lay him low.
Ogma goes down.
Oh, good job. That will be one of my fulfill your vows, killing characters from the enemy army because of my vow. And then they will pile into combat. But they have just earned laurels. Good job, guys. Good job. And then we go into the morale phase over here. He lost 4 of his friends.
Ooh.
Does he care? He is leadership. I hope he's. I think he's gonna fail. To be honest, I think he's on leadership 8. He's definitely not a. He's definitely not a. Ultramarine. So, bye. Okay, fair enough. So with that, he runs, he flees, and I've lost my sword brethren, lost my whole squad of infiltrators. I did lose 1, but 1 more assault into 2 of them actually this turn because of the shooting and then the combat. However, I was able to take down Ogma himself with the assault intercessors, who were neophytes and have proven their worth game after game. With that, it is time to move on to turn number 2 for the Black Templars. But there's lots of things still on the table, and one of the most powerful units in John's army is still very much alive. Well, 2 of them actually. So let's see what we can do in the next turn. I complete the action with my Crusader squad. They will take D3 mortal wounds for 2. Do they ignore them? They don't. And 1 of them just goes, dead. As for some reason, he just falls over dead. Stray bullet or something. Or he had a bad headache. Now I will do my Ancient Breviary after getting a command point. I will go for the Litany of Divine Protection once again. Oh, I fail it in a key point of the game. And no 5-up ignore damage on my Crusader squad. And with that, we dive in to the next turn. End of the movement phase. Marshal Augustine has moved up to engage the Terminators. The banner has moved back, staying within range of the objective and within 6 inches of the center of the board. Hopefully trying to get some banner points and setting the example for his troops. Where at the same time, the Chaplain Iago has just moved up near the objective. The Impulsor used a 1 command point stratagem to be able to fall back and still shoot with its guns. The Infiltrators did move. They can then shoot, move, and then charge, which is really useful for them. And then the Hellblasters, who are outflanking, can use my board edge to come in with... Every model has to be within 1 inch. And they can be even in base-to-base contact with the enemy with a strategic reserve. So they've come in, and they're going to hopefully shoot some of the Thousand Suns over there and potentially help charge and deal with some of these horrors. The horror, they say. So with that, let's dive in to the shooting phase. 3 pistols into your fork chain.
Sure.
Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 5s. Nothing. Excellent. The Chaplain Iago's pistol into the Terminators. Hits and wounds. You are completely fine. Oh, the Hell Blasters! They're gonna shoot into this unit of 1,000 Suns.
Oh no!
Yes, and I'm gonna overcharge because why wouldn't I? Because it's, you know, it's literally the Hell Blasters. So I'm gonna do back row and then the front row, left to right. So they need 2s to hit now because of their battle honor. They get +1 ballistic skill. So the first one kills himself, but hits twice. Second one kills himself as well, but hits twice. That was the sergeant, by the way. Third one kills himself too, but hits 2 more times. So next one, okay, he hit all the time. So that's 3 dead so far. Okay, 3 dead so far. 1, 2, 3, and they hit all that time. Awesome. They are only strike 7 plasma, so they will need 3s to wound. Don't let your brothers die in vain, brothers. Needing 3s to wound. Okay, not as good there, but that will be 7 invulnerable saves on the rubrics, and these are 2 damage each.
5 up invulnerables.
5 up invulnerable saves. I have seen John make a few. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you will have 1 remaining unless you want to use a reroll there.
Mini Tim survives.
Yeah, the Psyker is definitely staying alive. Nice job. Is that worth losing 3 Hellblasters? Heck yes. Death to the heretic. I'm going to go ahead and shoot the last fusils into the Terminators. And then the Carbine is going to shoot into the Horrors.
A horror.
Yeah, the Horrors. So 2 last fusils. They hit on 2s, -1. Hit on 3s. 2 hits. They are strength 8, needing 2s to wound the Terminators. 1 at AP3.
I will take it on the fella in the
Cool.
cover.
So he has 1 up save, -1, 2. So it's a 2 up, a 3 up save. And
no.
he will take 3 damage.
I'll re-roll that one.
Okay, down to 4 wounds remaining. And
no.
the guy with the Reaper Cannon takes the hit and goes down as a sniper shot from the last fusil, takes 1 down. The Carbine only gets 1 shot. It is a sniper rifle, which I totally didn't see. Nothing. Okay, so that is that. We'll do the Impulsor next. So the Multi-Meltar will shoot into your Terminators. And then the Icarus Missile, or the missile will shoot an Icarus Missile at your Sorcerer. Okay, so D3 shots from the Icarus Missile. Let's turn to face it. Like that. D3 shots. 1 shot. Hits on 3s. Wounds on 3s for strength 7. Oh, sad face. And 2 Multi-Meltar shots. Hitting on 3s. 1 hit. Wounding on 2s.
Hitting on 4s.
Oh, that's right. So it did miss. Sad face. Also, after they shot, they get to move their 6 inches as well, because they're fancy that way. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and shoot all of these pistols and flamers and everything into these Terminators. But before that, Marshal Augustine will shoot a crack grenade at your Terminators. He hits. He does indeed wound. Ah, so close. Okay, then we'll do a crack grenade from one of the guys in here. Hits, does wound as well. Ah, sad. The flamer. 1 hit, no wounds. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pistols. Hitting on 3s. No re-rolling 1s because I didn't roll any 1s. Just 1 save. They're okay. Okay, so with that, it's time to do some charges. Awesome. You still have 4 command points remaining. I have 0 command points remaining. So I will go ahead and charge with... we'll go with them.
I will Overwatch.
Very nice. And here comes the Overwatch into the Crusaders. We have 3 bolters and 1 flamer.
3 bolters.
Hitting on 6s, rerolling 1s. Excellent. So 2 hits from the bolters, wounding on 3s because they're still super boltered. 1 goes through at AP 2, and then the flamer, which does 5 hits.
Wounding on 3s.
And that's 2 more. These are AP
Something.
Okay, so we'll do this on a neophyte. Actually, no, we'll do it on the Pyroblaster.
2.
AP 2. Okay, so they're all AP 2.
Yes.
So Pyroblaster is in a crater. So it is a 3-up for the Pyroblaster. And he is okay. Do they make it into combat? They will. Marshal Augustine will now also hop into combat here. He goes 8 as well. And he's going to go over here and essentially pin them so they can't get into my banner again. And then on this side of the table, the infiltrators will jump in with an 8, like so, and the Hellblasters will jump in as well. Ooh, with a 12. Nicely done. Awesome. I wish he could charge after, but sadly that's not the case here. And we'll go with a Charger first. And then you do have enough command points to interrupt, which means I will go ahead and use my Crusader squad. Do you want to heroically intervene with any of your characters, by the way?
I do not.
I think Ogma learned his lesson, and you don't want that to be repeated. So I will pull them up like so. And they're just going to swing around like this. Make it a good time, they say. A good time. Well, let's keep it nice and tidy there. And I'm gonna try as my best to stay outside of 6 inches. It's gonna be impossible. So no rerolls to hit. Power Fist first. 3 attacks on this one though, because he's not a sergeant. So he needs 3s to hit as well, because of +1 weapon skill. 1 auto wound and 2s. So that'd be 3 at AP 3, so it'd be 4-ups at 2 damage each. Very nicely done. The Sword Brother will now attack. Hits all the time.
-1 to hit.
Yep. So -1. That's on everybody. And strength 5. So that would be 3 wounds at AP 3. So 3 4-up saves. These are 1 damage each. Ooh, I kill a Terminator. Unless you want to spend a reroll.
Yes, I will.
Okay. So down to
2.
2 remaining. We've been spending command points like crazy. So 1 Terminator is down to 2 wounds remaining. 1 wound remaining, sorry. And now I have all my chainswords. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chainswords. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chainswords and a Pyroblaster, which is the same as a chainsword in this case. I owe you 7 more dice after this. And these are auto wounding on 6s. Suffer not the unclean to live. Oh, if only my Marshal would allow rerolls there, that'd be fun. Hitting on 3s and wounding on 4s. And then I owe you 7 more. 1 more chainsword in the Pyroblaster. The reason I can add those in at the same time is because the AP is pretty much irrelevant. So that would be 10 saves from the chainswords. Holy chainswords.
On 2s.
On 2s. No rerolls here. I will do 2 damage.
2 damage.
Okay, so 1 goes down, and then 1 takes a wound and has
2 wounds remaining.
2 wounds remaining. Nice. You will interrupt with
the Dream Marines.
And you're down to 0 command points.
They will attack Marshal Augustine.
Okay, so 2 of them will fight Marshal Augustine, and 1 will fight the squad.
All right. Kopesh.
They both have Kopeshes, right?
No, 1 has a force stave.
You bought a Kopesh for him too, right?
I
He
did.
has the flamer? Yeah, so that's...
Kopesh.
And he's a sergeant, so he should have
Yeah.
an extra attack.
I don't believe so.
Really? They don't have an extra attack. Interesting.
They will need 3s.
3s to wound. Very
All right.
nice.
6 on Augustine.
6. Okay, this is a time to get his Tannhauser's bones out and ready. 4 up invulnerable saves, thanks to his Storm Shield. Very nice. So they normally 2 damage each. They go down to 1 damage each because it's Tannhauser's bones, and he has a 6 up ignore damage. He takes 1 damage. Marshal Augustine holds the line. Okay, into the Crusaders.
Wounding on 3s.
Very nice.
Wounding on 3s.
2, AP3. So that's a 6-up or a 5-up. So I'm going to go ahead and put one on the Flamer. 5-up for him. He's okay. 5-up for him. He holds. The Armorer Contempt holding strong. We'll leave Augustine for the end here. Let's go and I'll do this little combat here. We'll come back at the end to see what happened. The Hellblasters attacked, killed 3 pink horrors, and then 6 blue horrors split in their stead. Okay, infiltrators, you have your work cut out to you. The squad is bigger than it was. And now Marshal Augustine. His iron resolve keeping him alive. He is a master of arms and has Terminator honors. He lashes out of the Terminators with 8 attacks, hitting on 3s because you're -1 to hit.
Yes.
I remembered this time. 3 automatically wound. And it's only strength 5 because it's a master-crafted power sword. So 3s to wound, but that would be 6 at -3, 2 damage each, which does mean it'll be 4 plus saves. Oh, the Terminators trying to hold. Oh, only takes 1 that was wounded down and puts 2 wounds on another, holding the line against the enemy. Very awesome. So he has 1 wound remaining.
He does.
And then Marshal Augustine he's already engaged. He's going to stay where he is to stay close to that objective there. But other than that, you have your Forge Fiend to hit me, and then you have your Horrors to hit me, and then I have my Assault Intercessors to hit you.
All right, Forge Fiend.
Hitting on 3s.
On 3s.
They used to hit on 4s. Do you know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah, they used to be terrible.
Oh.
Yeah, you rarely saw them. 2. At AP1, he kills 1 more of the Assault Intercessors. Blop! As they slowly but surely hold the line against aggression. They get to swing back at you, though. 3 attacks from the Power Fist this time, hitting on 3s. And wounding on 3s. So 2 at AP3, so you're 5-ups.
Yep.
That would be 4 damage.
Okay.
And then the Chainsword does 1 hit and nothing there. And then we go onto this side of the table with the Horrors, who have lost 8 of their number, but are still at 10 strong. Attacking back. Where are they swinging at?
So we'll take... Well, we got to split it up a little bit here. These 5 will go into those guys.
Okay.
And then these 4, 5 will go into those guys.
Very cool. They hit on different things, I think, too.
They do.
Excellent. We'll come back once we've done it. In combat, we did 1 wound to the Hellblasters. Great. Those Hellblasters are definitely not destined for living this game, I feel. Now, it is the morale phase. So, in the morale phase, you have this Sorcerer is okay, because they are completely immune to morale. The Terminators are immune to morale. My big unit of Crusaders, thanks to their Aquila, are immune to morale as well. However, over here, we've got the Horrors that lost 8 of their models, 8 of their units, and then I have a Hellblast unit that lost 3 models, and the Sergeant was one of them. So I'm going to roll for the Hellblasters. Okay. Oh, they hold. Yeah, even with the -1 from the Demonic, that was close, but no cigar there. Okay, demons.
All right. Wow.
3, 8, they will flee. That's one of them goes.
Grim.
Yeah, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, but they're still at their basic full strength, so only on 1s as they reality rends. And only 1 more. Okay, yes, of course. That's what brims are for, right?
That's exactly what they're for.
So I've netted 3 Horrors, and then, like, there's still a blue there. Amazing. They're so tanky. I love how tanky that unit is. So, at the end of the battle round, I will get 10 points because I did do the action. However, I didn't start it this turn, so I will not get those 10 points next turn. I have both of my characters close to the center of the board for my lead by example. And I do indeed have my banner now within the middle of the table, within 6 inches of the enemy, within range of an objective that I control as well, which will give him additional banner points. Excellent. And I killed a Psyker in your turn, which does give me some agendas. So the Black Templars really consolidating, or trying to consolidate, their hold on Stormvall before the demonic incursion hits its apex. However, with that, it is going on to turn number 3 for Thousand Suns. Tzeench, Chaos Demons. My banner did get 2 more banner points, so his total that he's gotten, the standard of the 9th Crusade, has gotten 4 banner battle points this turn. Excellent. So, turn 3, in terms of scoring, Tim, the sorcerer, does the action, and...
Does he
fall over and die, or does he live to fight another day? He falls over and dies. But he does deny me the ability to kill him, so I don't get any experience from that. And you did complete the action, so you do get an additional 10 points for that at the end of the battle round. And then, of course, you have one objective, and that one is held by me. So that will be no primary points, but we move in. Revenge, Tzeench says. Revenge. So you'll go for reroll everything?
Yeah, and Chromazar and Herald will get it.
Okay, now I am now at level 4, because I did not do the action.
Correct.
Right? Oh no, it'll go down next battle round, because I will have not completed the action. Or my next command phase.
Right.
So it's still technically full command phase. Not that it matters. I'm just going to give him transhuman, and that idol has nothing to do. Yep, and that's about it. So, yeah, bring it on, demons. Bring it on. Does Stormvall, the planet, or the part of the planet, rip apart? Ooh, it does! We get to show it off on a full-size table this time. That's what the little red markers are. That's where the tectonic activity might happen. So we each roll a dice. 1 to 6 for John, and 1 to 6 for me. And then we essentially draw a line across, and it's going to hurt us. So, ooh, a 5 and a 5. So, right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right down the middle, which is just my banner. My banner. My banner. Right from that point, all the way just a line down the middle. The only thing that's in there, my banner. He takes, I'll let John do the honors. He takes D3 mortal wounds, and his movement is halved. 3 mortal wounds. Okay. Does the Emperor protect against the crazy steam vents? Nope. He has 2 wounds remaining. The planet is killing my banner. Okay, well, that made John very happy right now. I love it. Command phase stuff, praying with Chromazar.
Chromazar will pray.
Is he going for the reroll?
Yes.
That makes sense.
So
he gets a reroll. The Forge Fiend heals at the start of every command phase of John's. Mm-hmm. So he's back up to 9 wounds remaining.
He's gonna move.
Yep.
That's my objective.
Yeah, it's gonna come around. I like it.
All right, Herald.
Wants to go contest my main objective in the middle of the board here. I like it. Those malefic attacks, they're really strong into Space Marines. And the FAQ was released recently, and it does ignore armor contempt like we were doing it the whole time. Yes. So there you have it, Internet. We are clairvoyant. You're welcome.
Gonna hide. Mini Tim is gonna hide.
Yep.
Hide, Mini Tim.
He lost all of his dusty friends. They're all gone with the wind now.
Okay.
Psychic phase time?
Yeah, it's a little bit smaller. I'm only going to get 3 Cabal points.
And you're not doing the action this turn.
I will do the action with Chromazar.
So you won't cast any powers?
He will not cast.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll do presage out of the...
Never mind. Chromazar has to control that objective marker in order to do that, and he cannot control it right now.
No, we cannot.
So he will cast Psychic Powers, because that is all the pew-pews that he has. But he did get reroll tests thanks to the altar
He did.
as well.
Okay, so he will cast his 1 power,
Yep.
and he will cast a smite. Why not?
Trying to murder, kill.
That'll do it.
Goes off on a 6.
Yep.
I'm going to try and stop it with my Purity Seals. I do.
Okay.
Good job, Purity Seals.
Cool.
Keeping some of my Marines alive.
The Dream Marines will
Yep.
start with a smite.
Because they can cast 2 powers.
That is on a
Yep.
9.
Very nice. I don't have any more denies now, and no command points.
3 mortal wounds.
3 mortal wounds. Let's put it on some neophytes here. 5 ups. And 1 neophyte does go down. Actually, let's kill this neophyte here. Dead.
And then
Presage.
presage.
Because they do have it. Ooh, it goes off as well. +1 to hit, and I can't really stop it.
And then
Herald.
Herald will cast Boon. Why not?
Try and get himself stronger,
He does not get a boon.
but he does have rerolls
He does.
because of the idol.
He gets to reroll the 1.
Ah,
Oh, that's right. He gets full rerolls from the idol. We'll just reroll the whole darn thing.
that's a 6. He is indeed booned. It was on a 6.
All right. He is going to give himself the boon, and it will be +1 strength.
Is that the middle one? Really? The one you needed? Oh, amazing. We literally talked about if he got the +1 strength, they'd be strength 7, whatever it is. That's pretty cool, actually. Okay.
And then Tim,
Yep.
Mini Tim,
Mm-hmm.
will
The
smite.
guy that survived the Hell Blasters of Death.
Yes, will smite the tank.
I love it.
Ah,
It goes off. D3 mortal wounds.
take this tank for 1 mortal wound.
Oh, let's see if you do damage to it. You do. Ah, sad. It has 6 wounds remaining. Bloop. Into the shooting phase.
The Forge Fiend.
Into the 1 Crusader squad that's left.
Yes.
I like it.
Hitting on 4s because
Yep.
heavy.
Nicely done.
Okay, and then these will wound on 2s.
That's right. No transhuman here to save me. 2. AP2.
Yep.
4 up saves. You kill 1. The Power Fist is still alive. Blah. But very vulnerable feeling right now. Harold says, I see you, Chaplain Iago.
Hello, Iago. These will hit on 3s.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and he is transhuman thanks to my idol.
Ah.
So on 4s. Ooh, keeps him alive. He's praying to the Emperor, the God Emperor, which is keeping him alive. And he turns to face his assailant. And that is it for shooting. Chaplain Iago got lucky there from Herald, who had his sights firmly upon the chaplain. And we're moving into...
The charge phase.
I like it.
Herald will charge the Impulsor.
Yep, I can't do anything about it. And Harold, look at that. He makes it. He can't go down, but he can get within engagement range vertically. And then he can pile in, essentially, because he can do something like this. And then pile in and consolidate. He's going to end up here.
Cool.
Excellent. Okay, Harold, bring it on.
All right, Herald with his ritual dagger. Here we go. Hitting on 4s.
Nice.
All right. Wounding on 5s because strength 4. Nothing.
Not that today. And then the malefic attacks. 6 of them.
Hitting on 4s.
Decent. 4 of them. Not bad.
And then these will wound on 5s.
They have a base strength to 6.
They do.
And none of them go through, but you successfully contest my home objective. And over here, Marshal Augustin will indeed fight the Terminators he does not charge this time, so he does 7 attacks with his fights first, hitting on 2s because they're no longer -1, and wounding on 3s. So he does 5 saves at -4 now, because it is the assault doctrine. So it would be 5 up saves, 2 damage each. Oh, baby.
I will use my glimpse of eternity.
Amazing. I love it. And you just lose the one Terminator that was wounded. The sergeant stays alive. What a fantastic unit that unit is. Every time I've played against those Terminators, I'm so lucky you only have 5 of them. Because they're so tough to kill.
The Forge Fiend is going to try and bite the bro.
Okay. He has his little power fists. He's going to try and make something happen here.
Needing 3s.
Okay. Oof. Oh.
3s again.
Oh, 4 of them. 3 up saves. 2 damage each. No, you do finally cut him down.
Nom, nom, nom.
Nom, 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 nom. He's like, I'm free. I love it. Okay, so now we're going to go all the way onto this side of the table. And, you know, not here, because that doesn't really matter. I'm going to fight over here. So over here, they will go. I will pile in as such. I have to measure to see if he's a little closer, but I should be able to get a few here, like so. I think he might be a little closer there, right?
He is closer.
Do I want to bring him in to combat and fight him as well? No, I do not. 3 chainswords, the Pyroblaster, and the Power Fist. So we'll start with the Power Fist. He only gets 2 attacks. Hitting on 3s this time. 2 hits, wounding on 2s. These are AP 4 as well. So 4 ups, 2 damage each. Oh, 5 ups. He does take 2 damage. Excellent. Then the chainswords. Actually, we'll do the power sword. The Sword Brother steps up to the plate, hitting on 2s, winning on not that. Okay, fine. We'll punch you with some chainswords. Try to get that last wound off, if possible.
Oh, there was another 6 in there.
Was there?
Yep.
I can't see the 6s. So that's 4 at AP 2, but they are only 1 damage, and armor contempt, so it's just 2 ups. Because you do not care. And then the Pyroblaster. 1 hit, 1 wound. Oh, so close. He has 1 wound remaining. Amazing. And then we go on this side, and the horrors get to fight this mess. And then 5 blues attacking did kill 1 of the Eliminators. They eliminated him. Get it? Okay, so now I get to fight you with everything else I have left, which is just him because my Power Fist died. Hellblasters. So 3 saves from the Hellblasters.
We'll do
Starting
blue.
with the blue, yep.
No. And then pinks.
So 1 blue, 1 pink.
Does the blue split? Yes. Does the pink split? Also yes.
Nice. Well, that's awesome. Well, that's how it works. 1 dies, they all come back. It's really fun. The Eliminators, okay, didn't hit as well. And 2 wounds from the Eliminators. Starting with the Brim, I'm assuming?
With the brim.
Yep.
And the blue.
Cool. Does the blue split into a Brim? He does not. Cool. So I've killed 1, 2, 3, 4 models from that unit.
Oh, yeah.
The Terminator gets to swing.
Okay. Heal attack. The Crusader Squad.
I like it.
Needing 3s.
2s. Oh, you got Visage on them, so 2s. But rerolling once. And a 3s to wound.
3 at -3.
Very nice. So 5 up saves on. I'm going to start with the Pyroblaster. He dies. And then a 6 up save on a Neophyte. Oh my goodness. He dies as well. And then another 5 up save on an Initiate. Wow, so he cuts 3 of them down. 1, 2, 3. Ploppity ploppity plop. What a boss of a Terminator that has been. Absolutely incredible. So with that, it is the end of the turn. He has 1 wound remaining. Marshal Augustine is stuck in combat. Harold is contesting the objective. The little sorcerer is all the way over here. The shooting units are bogged down in close combat. And with that, we move into the Black Templar turn. At the end of your turn, at the end of the battle round, you will be getting your 10 points for doing the action this turn. This is when Tim died, right?
Yes.
Tim fell over dead? Yes. Poor Tim. Morale over here lost 4 models. Their leadership 7. They will fail.
Uh-oh.
1 will go down, but they are still above 50%.
Because of the instrument, they actually don't take any
Oh,
modifiers.
nice. Ever. That's cool. So just 1 more goes down. Can't split from that. Blop. Okay. Slowly but surely, I will try and kill them. Okay, start of the command phase. I do hold 1 objective. I do hold 2 objectives, but you did deny me the ability of holding both of the prime objectives. So I will get 5 points for that as we move into the turn. Okay, so the chaplain is going to cast the Litany of Hate. So trying to get rerolls to hit in combat. He does. So he has a little 6-inch aura of reroll all hit rolls in close combat, which he might put to good use. And with that, we're going to go into the movement phase. End of the movement phase. I did fall back with the Eliminators to contest the objective. Chaplain Iago is going to fight Herald 1-on-1. It's going to be great fun. The Hellblasters have stayed in combat with the Horrors, while the Impulsor did fall back, but spent a command point to fall back and shoot. I'm hoping to try and eliminate that, potentially put some wounds on Herald, as the banner has moved up, ready to try and get into the enemy deployment zone as well. So, there's a lot of stuff going on. Let's do some shooting with Marshal Augustine shooting his heavy bolt pistol, or his bolt pistol into your Terminator. That's a hit. And that is not a wound, but I'm going to use his Paragon. Reroll, wound roll. That wounds, which I have been forgetting this whole game. No. Okay, so then we're going to do all these pistols into him as well. 5 pistols. Hitting on 3s, but no rerolls because... And 2 wounds. Will I bring him down?
Ooh.
That will kill him.
I will reroll that one.
Okay, CP. Does keep him alive. My banner will shoot into your... Chromazar.
No.
Does he hit with his Super Bolter? It does. Does it wound? It does not, but he does have the Paragon. So that'd be 1 save at -1. So you're in the cover, so it's just a 2-up, because you also have Armor Contempt. Yep, that's how that works. And then D3 mortal wounds on top of this as well. Plus D3 mortal wounds for the Witchseeker bolts. 3 mortal wounds go through. Chaplain Iago will fire his Absolver bolt pistol at Herald. He hits, and he does not wound. I'm going to shoot everything from the Impulsor into the Lone Sorcerer. So 2 Meltas.
Is it bracketed at that damage?
It is 6 wounds. It got brackets at 5. Good old Impulsor, not bracketed yet. 2 Meltagun shots. 1 hit. Does it wound? It does. Invulnerable save. Yes. Nicely done. Then D3 shots from 1 shot. Does it hit? It does. Does it wound? It does. AP1, I think. Oh, he survives. Good job. Go Mini Tim living against a multi-melter and a rocket to the face. I love it. So with that, we get to dive into the charge phase. So I'm going to go ahead and charge Chaplain Iago into Herald. Go, Gadget. Chaplain Iago. Bloop. Good job. And then we're going to go ahead and charge my banner into Chromazar. Ooh, he is angry. The mighty banner of the Space Marines. Aim here is just to get wholly within range of your deployment zone for my bonuses or whatever. Okay, and with that, we do some fights. You can't interrupt.
I cannot.
I have 0 CP. You have 0 CP.
That is correct.
Okay, so let's do my banner. Hitting on 3s, rerolling nothing. 1 auto wound. And 4s. He has to take 3 armor saves with no AP because of armor contempt. And he goes down as the banner just box him on the head. Good job. That is going to be an agenda for the banner. The mighty banner of the Black Templars. Holding the line only to get shot next turn by a Forge Fiend, maybe. Seeing that, I have to do always fight first next, which will be Marshal Augustine. Marshal Augustine hitting on 2s. 3 auto wounds. So that'd be 6 saves on the Sorcerer for the Terminators.
5 ups.
5 ups with his AP4 Master Crafted Sword.
No.
And he does lay the Sorcerer low. But that does mean that this unit can't pile in, can't consolidate, or anything like that. And Marshal Augustine is essentially going to stay right where he is. Chaplain Iago, 5 attacks, hitting on 2s with rerolls to hit. Well, thank you for rerolls. He's normally strength 6, but he does have +1 strength thanks to his Artisan Bionics. Strength 7 means he will wound you on
3s.
Excellent. 3s to wound. That will be 4 saves at 2 damage each.
5 ups.
He does, oh my goodness, 8 damage to the Chariot of Tzeench. He has 1 wound remaining, which means he will get a chance to fight back. The horrors will start first, though, before the Hellblasters get to go. Trying to kill that Hellblaster that's wounded.
Hitting on 4s.
Nice.
Wounding on 5s.
Strength 3. Nothing there. So I will go ahead and fight with my 2 Hellblasters, hitting on 3s and wounding on 3s. Nothing. They did absolutely, which is not bad actually, because if I would have killed him, he could have spread out and tried to take that objective with his little pop-ups, which would have been annoying. Okay, and now the fight of the match here. He doesn't bracket though, does he?
No.
Okay.
Okay. So I was mistaken. He doesn't have a ritual dagger because he has the Staff of Change.
Okay.
He gets 2 attacks with the Staff of Change.
Okay, so the Staff of Change, that's what he's using to shoot.
Correct.
Basically, yeah. So it just plonks me on the head.
Yep. So hitting on 4s.
Nice.
Wounding on 4s because yeah, just 1.
1. 3 up. He's okay.
All right, and now the
malefic, the malefic talons hitting on 4s.
And then these wound on 3s.
Yes, they do 4s, I believe. He's still transhumaned.
So only 1.
Okay.
-2.
I don't get to armor contempt that. 4 ups. His Rosarius holds true. Good job, Iago. Leading the charge at the back of the line. Because he was praying. He was finishing his absolutions.
Yes.
Yes, and now he is fighting. So, end of the battle round. The forces of chaos have been ravaged quite heavily with losing pretty much all their characters except for Herald and the demons, which the incursion is quite strong. Even though the Thousand Suns have mostly fallen, the demons are holding the line. And John does get 10 points for the primary because he had completed the action in this battle round, which, yeah, that's why Tim died.
Oh,
He
right.
completed the action, he died. That gives you 10 points, so you have tied up the game as we move into battle round number 4. At the start of the command phase, you will get 5 points because you do hold 2 of the objectives, much to the chagrin of my impulsor who tried so hard to kill that sorcerer, but failed. And now it is the movement phase. So I am now at level 4 of my idols. And I'm outside of range of any idols, so I do not get any idol bonuses. I'm, yeah. Which one are you picking, John?
+1 damage when I do mortal wounds. For Mini Tim.
For Mini Tim to try and nuke this. I love it. Okay, psychic phase.
Alrighty. Yeah, so Mini Tim will open up with a smite.
I like it.
Hiya!
How many, oh, that's a mega smite too. Look at that.
Go Mini
Look
Tim!
at that. Oh my gosh. D6 +1. How many Cabal points do you have?
I have 2.
2. Okay, so not enough to, okay. So, 5 on 5s. Okay, so he takes 3 damage. He's down to 3 remaining. That hurt. Ouch, Mini Tim. Ouch.
Harold is gonna.
So you see, Mini Tim is like John saying Magnus did nothing wrong.
That's right. Magnus did nothing wrong.
He did everything wrong. Okay, what's he doing?
He's gonna smite.
Oh, he's gonna try smite Iago. Okay. Ooh, he does with a +1 because of the blue horrors.
On a 10.
It does not do Mega Smite, but it just does a D3 smite. And does 2. 5 up ignore. Come on, Chaplain Iago. Will the Holy Prez save you this day? They do! He has 1 wound remaining. Oh, so close. You can still shoot me though, because you're a vehicle. So you're gonna probably shoot him to death. And then charge them and kill them in combat. And continue this tirade of just murder. And I love it. Sorry, where is your Forge Fiend shooting, John?
At this banner.
What?
It needs some
What? Out of spite?
Needs some new holes.
Why are you shooting my banner? What did my banner ever do to you?
Got in my deployment zone.
That's right, it's mine now.
Dorn is just a hand.
No, he's not.
Needing 3s.
Because you did heal up, you're back up to 10 wounds on the Forge Fiend.
Needing 2.
Yeah, strength 8. Okay.
That's gonna be 4.
Okay, 4 saves. I am in a crater. And -1. So 3 ups. And that's 4 of them.
Yes.
If I fail any of these, he dies. Okay, 4 3-ups. Come on, banner. The banner of the Ninth Crusade cannot fall to such cowardly tactics. He goes down, and I don't have a CP to re-roll it. You have laid low the banner of the Ninth Crusade this time.
Harold is going to now shoot or bless Iago
Bless? What do you mean bless?
with the Staff of Change.
No, get out of here.
Hitting on 3s.
Okay. You might live.
Wounding on a 3.
Yes, it's very high. It's what, AP4 or something?
AP4.
Okay, 4 up, Rosaria save. You ready, John?
I'm ready.
Oh, the Emperor protects. Oh, no. 5 up, feel no pain for his Artisan Bionics.
2 damage.
Come on. Metal face. He goes down. You got him. Sad. You've killed another character. Oh, no. We're doing charges.
Tim is going to
really?
charge the tank. Oh, sorry. Mini Tim does have a pistol.
Absolutely.
Inferno pistol.
Flamer
For
pistol.
1 shot.
Nice. 6 is to wound.
No.
Okay. And now he charges.
Now he charges.
Double? Wow. That would have been fun for your psychic test, so he would have just, like, melted himself.
And then Harold is going to come and join some eliminators.
Okay. I can't, don't have any command points, can't overwatch or anything like that. And he's going to come and punch some eliminators in the face. Ouchies. That is kind of painful, I'm not going to lie. Is your Forge Fiend coming in?
The Forge Fiend will stay.
Okay. Just check. Just checking.
We'll
Who goes first?
We will start with Mini Tim.
I like it.
Hitting on 3s.
Nice.
Wounding on 4s because they're strength 7.
Yeah, with the little staves. 3 ups. He's okay.
Oh,
I like it. Okay.
okay. Harold.
No. He killed. Yeah, this is the second time he's fought Iago and killed him. This is the second time in 2 games that we fought each other.
Hitting on 4s.
Although Iago almost killed him this time.
Oh, yes, he did.
Very close. It was so close. Did 8 damage in one go.
All right.
4s to
hitting
hit.
on 4s.
These are the malefic weapons. 3 of them go through. Strength
Easy.
6.
Screamer bites.
Oh, only 1. And that will go for...
-2.
Okay, so 3 up goes to 5 up.
2 damage.
Yep, it'll just kill 1. I'll kill him. Do you want to pilot?
Yes.
Cool. Blip. Excellent. Still contested, which is fine. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and attack with the Hell Blasters over here. Hitting on 3s. 1 auto wound. And wounding on 3s. They saw Chaplain Iago go down, and they are upset. That's 4 wounds. We'll bring 4 of them down, and do they split into blues? Okay, so 4 go down, and 4 blues just pop right back up. And there you have it. The 4 blues show up, but I have killed 4 of their number, which does mean they will have to take another morale test, which hopefully will help mitigate the amount of damage. And the sergeant has a chance to kill Herald. Also, there was no tectonic shift this activity, or there was no tectonic activity this battle round, so we didn't show it on camera. And now the blues and the horror.
All
The
right.
iridescent.
Iridescent hitting on 4s.
Now the Herald is nearby. You also get to reroll 1s to wound.
That is correct.
Very cool. Ooh, 3 up save. No! We brought 1 down.
All right, and now hitting on 4s. Running on 6s.
Strength 2 for the blues. Okay. Rerolling 1s. The Herald overwatches. 1 of them goes down. My sergeant, the Eliminator sergeant, trying to take down Herald. Hitting on 3s. Oh, if only he could. If only. And wounding on 5s. No! Oh, it's so close. And then D3 attacks plus 1 because you charged me. 4 attacks. Needing 6s. 1 auto wounds.
Oh.
Yeah. Ah, sad. Okay, so with that, he lost 1 model, -1. Leadership 8 to 7, he cannot fail. He lost 1 model. Leadership 7, -1 to 6. On a 6, he will flee. He holds the line on a 2 and is okay. I totally forgot to do extra attacks and stuff when you killed them last time. With my banner, could have killed you. But that's my fault for not remembering my rules. But that is the end of John's turn. And with that, we move on to the bottom of the battle round. He doesn't get a point, 10 points for doing the action. And we go into my turn. I do hold 1 and 2 objectives, which will give me 5 points as we move into Black Templar battle round number 4. In the movement phase, I have no chaplain anymore, sadly. I am going to fall back and just, let's see. Yeah, we'll just go here. If you want to heroic into me, you can. Completely, up to you. I do have 1 command point. So I am going to fall him back and give him the ability to fall back and shoot. For a command point. I'm loving that so much. That's great. And then over here we have Marshal Augustin. Going to be moving up as well. And the big squad of Crusaders taking some firing lines. Actually, let's get outside of this crater. Just in case. Just in case. Okay, so with that, let's do some shooting, shall we? I have a little pistol here. He hits. And he does not wound. He fell back. We've got some pistols here. So I've got 4 long-range pistols over here and a crack grenade there. So 4 long-range pistols into Herald. Okay. And I'm within 6 inches of your altar thingy, so I don't get rerolls to hit. Ooh, 2 saves at AP. Oh, it doesn't matter. And you're a demon.
I am a demon.
So 3s.
They're good.
He's fine, and that's a Tzeench demon too, so he doesn't care about shooting at all. He's going to shoot everything into Mini Tim again.
Ooh. Is he low on his brackets?
He is. He's hitting on 4s now.
Oh.
Yes. Melt-a-gun. 1 hit. Does he wound? It does. Does he save?
Oh no!
That will nuke him. John's really thinking whether or not he wants to keep Mini Tim alive.
Yeah, Mini Tim
Will go down. Okay, the Impulsor has done his job. Good job, Impulsor. Good job. Oh, crack grenade into here. I did hit, and I wound at AP 2 because it's a grenade.
Ooh.
Nice. D3 damage. That's 3 damage from a crack grenade.
Yes.
And Marshal Augustin will also shoot a crack grenade as well. That misses, but he's a paragon. Not that it matters because he's within 6 inches. Cannot reroll any hit rolls or anything like that. So with that, we're on to the charge phase. And I will go ahead and kind of mess that up a little bit. I'll do the squadron first.
I will overwatch
With your 1 command point.
the 1 command.
Excellent. Do they make it in?
Yeah.
Ooh, they do. Are they going to go 6 inches or 4 through the terrain? And Harold is heroicing. He's going to go for... He tried to get away, but, you know, sadly, that can't always be the case. Marshal Augustine, of course, jumping in as well. Boop. Going like so. Okay. So with that, let's do some punching. I'm going to go ahead and punch... Well, I'll pile in with the Crusaders first. So they move their 3 inches. They're going to move down this way. Roar, they say. They're going to get within their 3 there. Ah! I love this piece of terrain. I'm going to tell that to myself till I die. Chainswords. Hitting on 2s. Full hit, but no auto wounds because you are a vehicle. And 5s to wound. These will only be -1 after armor contempt. So 3 4-ups so far.
2 go through.
Okay. Then I have my power sword. And wounding on 5s. Nothing. And then the power fist. 3 hits because of the +1 weapon skill. And 2 saves. 2 invulnerables. These are 2 damage each. 1 goes through. Down to 3 wounds remaining. And then they will, of course, just do their final pile-in. Make sure they're near that objective. Okay. You can't interrupt.
No.
So I will go ahead and do Marshal Augustine. With his 1,000,000 attacks. 8 attacks from the Paragon of the Imperium. Strength 5 though, so 5s to wound. That would be 3 invulnerable saves from Marshal Augustine, doing 4 damage. Laying the beast low. Does he explode though?
No.
He does not. And then he will use his, I guess he's closer. And I have 1 more turn. So you know what? Rawr. Let's come at me, bro. Let's go. And then over here, I do have 0 command points, so there's nothing I can do to save him except make saves.
Here we go. Hitting on 4s. Nope.
And now the big malefic ones.
Yay, screamer bites.
I like it. 2 hits. 3s to wound. Oh, he has to make 1 5-up save. Come on, Sergeant. You got this. Now you got him. Sad. He just got eaten by a bunch of screamers. My Hellblaster. 2 attacks. 1 hit. 1 save.
6s. Nope.
Very nice.
Does it split?
It does. Into a little brim. Bloop.
Okay.
And then they get to swing back at my Hellblaster.
Okay, so we'll do the iridescent. No, 1 hit.
Mm-hmm.
Hitting 5.
I like it.
3 blues. 2 hits.
Yep.
Needing 6s. Ooh, 1.
Nicely done. He's okay.
And then the brim.
Missed. Okay. So with that, it is the end of the battle round. Whew, what a crazy turn it's been so far. And with it, we move on to the end of the game. Turn 5 for Tzeench.
Roll.
Okay, so right now it is tied.
It is.
And if John can kill the Impulsor, that drops me down to a single objective, which means I get 0 points, which means it is a tie. Oh man, what a crazy game it's been so far. But if the Impulsor lives, that's still a tie, unless he does. Because you can just contest the objective. Unless he's within 3 of that one, which he might be. So you might have to kill it.
I have to kill the tank.
You have to kill the tank. I like it. I love the fact that Harold has literally been the hero of the hour.
Harold's just zooming
That
around.
is just fan. Ooh, actually. Oh, because I have 0 command points.
You do.
I can't devout push. If not, I would totally just devout push and get the objectives. But I don't have a CP. I should have thought about that. Oh no. Okay.
All right. Staff of Change.
Are you gonna smite me?
Yes,
You could just smite me.
I am gonna smite you.
Okay.
I am gonna smite you.
Just +1.
I got really excited.
You did. Okay, that is a regular smite. That does 2 mortal wounds, 5 ups. I take 1 damage. Blip. He's down to 1 remaining. I mean, 2 remaining. Okay, Staff of Change.
These will hit on 3s.
Yep.
2 wounds. These will wound on 4s. Strength 7.
Staff of Change is quite nice. AP4 though.
Yes.
So 6 ups. And it's gonna die. Does it explode and kill Herald?
Does it explode?
Do it! No, it doesn't. It is a tame explosion. Pop. And he goes down. Wow. Wow. What a crazy... Okay, and we just have to fight.
Oh.
He's gonna roll it, see if he can get in.
He's gonna try and charge.
He's gonna try it.
Hero. Hero.
Won't with a 7. Do you want to re-roll it? Okay, will he get it in? Not with that either. Okay, so my little guy is gonna fight you.
Oh no.
He does 1 hit that auto wounds. So you get a save. On a brim.
Nope.
Flip.
Does it split?
On a brim?
Oh, no, the brim just does.
Yeah. Unless you wanted it to be a split
no,
guy.
no.
Okay.
Okay. Iridescent.
Missed.
Blues.
3 horrors. Missed. Okay. And that is that. We're going to see if Marshal Augustine can go punch Herald. And that's it. Wow, what a crazy game. So that's going to be a tie in terms of primary. It's a draw, but that does mean Black Templars retain control over Stormbowl. And it is turn 5. So Marshal Augustine moves his fort, because that's all that matters here. Bloop. And he's already got all his points and stuff that he can get, except that might be another fulfill your vows, because he is a character. I'm going to make sure he falls back to make sure he doesn't, die or anything like that. And then Marshal Augustine won't make it with a 5, so he will use his Black Templar reroll. Yoo-hoo-hoo. No, and he will not make it with a 5. And that is game! It is a draw, 30 points to 30 points, as we round out phase 2 of our campaign. Well, what a game, folks. So, as the dust settled, none of my units suffered an out of action, which means that they are completely fine. Experience all round. Notable experiences was Marshal Augustine and the Banner each gained 3 experience points for leading by example, and I definitely gave my Assault Intercessors the men of the match, the marked for greatness, because they did absolutely incredible this game, just holding an entire flank by themselves, which was really, really cool. I did get 7 more banner points because I didn't win the game. And my banner did not survive after taking wounds, which could have been up to 10 points. Does bring my banner point total up to 23 banner points, which is really exciting because there's a couple of things I could spend it on. We'll see next game, see what I spend it on anyway. So, with that, that is a draw. That is 3 points and 3 points for the Chaos, 3 points for the Black Templars, which means they have not been able to secure Stormbowl as securely as they would have hoped.
All right, and at the end of the match, Ogma and Chromazar have both leveled up. They will be blooded and battle-hardened.
Very cool. And with that, next time we come back, that is the end of phase 2 of our campaign.